Well, welcome to the Christian Businessmen's Connection CBMC podcast for Metro Atlanta. CBMC connects business and professional men to God and each other through Christian peer groups and one-on-one mentoring so they become more like the men God designed them to be. Hello, and we appreciate you taking the time to join us so that we can better communicate the impact CBMC Atlanta is having on men and keep you up to date on the latest happenings. So my name is Mike Van Pelt, and I'm with True Man Life Coaching and host of the True Man podcast. And with me today, again, our area director for CBMC Metro Atlanta, John Posey, and from CBMC's Atlanta Executive Business Team, Michael Moore. Gentlemen, we've had another big week at CBMC. How are you guys doing, and what's going on?
Well, it's been a fabulous week. This is Michael Moore, and I'll tell you what, John Posey has lit the world up with some fun stuff. John, I know you had a great networking event out in Gwinnett this week. Why don't you start out and tell us a little bit about that?
Absolutely. That was last Thursday. We were going to have the launch of our new Norcross team. Some of the guys suggested that we go to this network meeting, which we did. And we met several young professionals. There was one particular guy that was actually a Christian. He's been looking for something like this. And so we were able to make a connection, talk with him, and he's looking forward to get involved next week. So I've met a lot of young people, made a lot of good, solid connections, and just getting the message out and letting people know what's going on. Then we had our network, we had our graduation on Saturday of our team number 2, and those guys graduated. We had a valedictorian, and Michael, you know a little bit about that as well.
Oh, it was fabulous. We had a great speaker. One of our other CBMC guys, Lynn Harris, kind of emceed it, and we had one of our old friends who's been around CBMC for quite a while, Paul Wilson, did our keynote and commissioned and charged the graduates. This is our second CBMC graduation, and our third group also got to meet this week and just really tighten it up again as we started moving toward integrating the different groups. And John, we started some new groups that really started this week too. Tell us about that.
That's right. We had 2 groups on Tuesday night, one group in a second team in Alpharetta and a team in Kennesaw. Great speakers. We had some great guys come in and share at the actual events. And we had guys that went to the retreat weekend show up actually for the first time. First meeting. And we all 4 of those guys who were kind of checking us out made a decision to go ahead and get started in the first year program. We also started our second year group that had a special online session with Mr. Stephen Wright, who's also a mentor and speaker. And he began to teach these men about Operation Timothy, which is our discipleship, spiritual reproduction process. And so the guys were very excited about that. It was just an amazing time. And then yesterday I had a lunch with one of the mentors. And it's so important that we understand the importance of mentors and the impact that mentors are making. And Mr. Greg Adams, we had a lunch, talked about mentoring and the impact that he's having on this young man named Peter. And he was talking about, actually, he took him out to lunch. They had dinner, actually, that the night before. And it was just an amazing time. He was talking about the impact it was making on him personally as he was enjoying mentoring this young man.
Well, John, I can share with you, everybody who hasn't had a chance to be a mentor yet, I've been doing it now since the beginning with my man, and I'm still doing it now until he leaves country, going on a mission trip, and it's absolutely amazing. I also wanted to share that I got to pinch hit at our Alpharetta group this year, our group 3, and we got to entertain Buddy McElhammond, who is a great author, speaks about Greece, and he drove over from Augusta. So no matter where you are, you can be part of CBMC. Just call John Posey, and we'll talk about how you can do that to get involved. But it's exciting to be involved with CBMC. John, thank you for the opportunity. This week, we had our executive committee got to meet already this week, and we put together some plans and tightened up some things. And we are just ready for the 4th quarter. Oh, it's not time yet. Ready for the 3rd quarter. Yeah, 3rd quarter. We're ready for both quarters. We got all this stuff kind of lined up, and a lot of people are coming forward. Our new jog is coming up in the fall, and that's Journey to Generosity, as I believe is the right thing for jog. So be watching all the announcements you see. We've got our quarterly calendars out and just so many opportunities to serve. So don't hesitate to think about guests. John, go back and talk about networking a minute. How do we think about bringing people to events?
Yeah, the thing that, in fact, we have a December 6th event. This is our annual event And I want to mention this because Mr. Russ Crossan, who is with Ron Blue Trust, has agreed to be our speaker December the 6th. And that was very, very significant. And he's also made his facilities available for our upcoming training. We're going to have a coach training coming up in September. So these are the kinds of things that are happening in CBMC. Lastly, tonight is our Sandy Springs team. We're going to be meeting tonight for our first time, and we look forward. Mike Van Pelt is going to be the speaker tonight, and it's going to be a great time as we look forward and moving forward in building this amazing ministry and the impact that we're making for generations.
Well, I thank you, John. You know, Mike, you've got some opportunity. You've got to get ready for that speech tonight. So as you wrap us up here, take us home and get it ready to go for Friday emails. So all you guys, I hope you're watching your Friday emails and you're passing this along to friends, and start thinking about who you would like to involve in CBMC. Remember, December 6th. Put it on your calendar now. You won't want to miss it. Mike?
Absolutely. There's just a tremendous amount going on at CBMC. It's a very exciting time. As we just have a lot going on. Listen, guys, if you need to get in touch with John Posey, get a hold of him at 404-914-1564, or reach out to him on an email, jposey@cbmc.com. If you have any questions about events going on. Until next week, thanks again and have a great week.